Hey folks, this is Alonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. And I bet you some of y'all didn't know I had a book out, did you? Well, I do. N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo, available on Amazon.com, $14.95. But also, there is a comic book, limited edition comic book, Hip Hop Family Tree, featuring yours truly, Alonzo in the middle, Dr. Dre, and Yella. Limited edition, only available on my website, LonzoWilliams.com. Now, if you want both books, the Hip Hop Family Tree and N.W.A., both of them $30. Go to my website, LonzoWilliams.com. In the comments, put your name and what you want me to say. I'll autograph and make sure it gets to your house right away. Both books, $30, autograph, LonzoWilliams.com. And if you're like me, you don't have time to sit down and read like I'd like to, but I love audiobooks. That's why I put my book, N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo, on audio. That's right, but it's available only on CD Baby. Why? Because I set every track, every story to music. So as you ride down the street, listening to the stories of West Coast hip hop, you got some fresh new tracks to bob your head to. Available only on CD Baby, N.W.A. Not Without Alonzo. Check it out, folks. Give you something to ride to. Peace. My name is Alonzo. I'm the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. Been in the music game for God knows how long, folks. Since 1983, and made quite a few records. Those who know my history know I've worked with some of the biggest and the best. And unfortunately for all of us, everybody, part of learning the record game is being taken advantage of. Some people learn fast and they're able to recover a lot faster. Some people never recover. Some people get taken advantage of forever. And when that happens to you, you'll feel stupid because you knew better at some point in time, but you still played the game their way. Now, it's a few things that people do to manipulate you, play games on you. First of all, they play on your ignorance. So many people just want to be down, be in the game. They'll do anything just to be a part of it, and they'll sign anything just to be a part of it. I've heard people tell me, Alonzo, I just signed with a new label. Okay, what's the name of the label? Oh, man, it's so-and-so. Who's the distribution? They don't have distribution yet, okay? How much money they give you? They didn't give me no money. They're gonna promote. No, I got to promo my own stuff. They just gonna be a part of the production, huh? So what happens is you sign all your rights away, and all they do is wait and hold onto your contract, hoping that you get them a deal. I've seen it happen hundreds of times where people will come in, they'll wear a suit, they'll wear a tie, have a little office, and they'll have so-and-so production, so-and-so records. And in doing that, they make you feel that they legit and you are a part of something. But basically all they're doing is gathering up contracts to see who's gonna hit. And if they hit, they get a big chunk. They may not do anything for that person's future whatsoever, their career in any way, form, or fashion, but because they got a contract, because they got a piece of paper, they are able to control what happens to them. And record companies sometimes will fold, or the artists will fold and give them, I call it hostage money, give them their hostage money for their freedom. And it can be most of the production budget, or it could be a substantial amount of money. And when that happens, sometimes the artist never recovers. Sometimes it's a drop in the bucket, depending on the level of the artist. So today we're going to show you a few ways how to avoid some of those traps, and also tell you what you should do. Now, I ain't going to give you all the bad news, because the record business is a cold game. It's one of the coldest games you ever be a part of, because when you're playing it, you see it as being all glitz and glamour, all videos and the whole 9 yards, and you want to be a part of that. And when you become a part of that, and you see people playing that game and winning, it makes you want to play even more. But it's one of the coldest games because they take advantage of your ignorance. It's not like you can, like football. Well, the football rules are the football rules. The game is the game. When you learn football in Pop Warner at college, it's the same game all the way through. Music business, you learn your craft, but you don't learn the business. There's very few schools that actually teach the business. There are a few now, but even they teach you the business about the basic nuts and bolts. They don't teach you about the game. The music business can be very alluring, What I mean by that is, for the fellas, you got the beautiful women. In the record company, you will find the most beautiful secretaries in the world. Ladies, it's the same thing as well. Bobby, what's up with you, Doc? I'm glad you able to join us today. I was just talking about the music industry and some of the pitfalls that people tend to fall into. I think of all the things that get people confused and get you into a situation where you find yourself signing a bad contract. Here's the crazy part, folks: the music business parties. If you've ever been to a music business party, or you've never been to a music party, you probably missed one of the most lavish events of all time. And you want to be a part of this. And this is what some of the ways they get you in the very beginning, to make you not read your contract, make you not pay attention to what's really going on. And with the music business, it's more about business than it is about music. And Suzanne, I don't know what you do in the music business, or whether you're a singer or a producer or a musician, but it applies to everybody. And most of the time, once you get a good whiff of what's going on, you don't want to participate as much because you realize it's a lot of bull. But by that time, unless you have already learned how to navigate your way through the bull, it may be too late. Personally, I haven't made a record in 30 years. I make more money now off of my catalog than I did when I was selling records in 1985, 86, 87, because I took care of my business. And that's what I'm teaching you folks today, how to take care of your business, some of the pitfalls to avoid, and what to do and what not to do in order to make this thing happen for you in a real way. You don't want to have a hit record. Now, you don't want to have a hit, you want to have a hit record, but you don't want your hit record to finance somebody else's family's career or somebody else's legacy. And this is the part that will really piss you off once you find you have a hit record and all your rights have been stolen from you, or not actually stolen from you. You gave them away. In most cases, when you get a contract, they don't take nothing from you. They ask you for it, and you give it away with no negotiation, with no repercussions. Hey, you can have my name and likeness. You can use my name in perpetuity for whatever you want to do, and you don't have to do that. And that's what I'm going to show you today. Today's things I'm going to show you today, you will not find in a book anywhere. Everything I'm showing you is a lot of personal experience, shared experiences with my personal friends who have been in the game for 25, 35 years. And the game has not changed at all. In fact, it's even worse. When I look up and I saw Blueface a few months ago on the Breakfast Club, and when Charlemagne the God asked him, hey, how's your paperwork? First thing he said was, oh, I don't know. My manager take care of all that right there. You know what? These guys need to be on my webinar. When I saw him say that, I knew he was in trouble. And there's so many artists like him, and they are why I'm doing this webinar right now. Because so many people are so in love with the idea of being in the music industry, they will sign anything just to be a part. Giving you an overview of what to expect today. And a couple more minutes, we're going to start the presentation. I've seen situations where I personally received a contract one time that was 65 pages thick, and it went through the alphabet 3 times. What I mean by that is they have various sections. They have addendums. They call them addendums. Addendums will ask you for another part of the contract, or it will change something in the first 65 pages and ask for additional stuff in an addendum. And at one of these addendums, it said that not only did I get this company, my management company, get a piece of my royalties, but if I got a job, any revenue that I receive from employment, it could be a regular job, I had to give them 20%, which means if I got a job slinging burgers at McDonald's, they wanted 20%. There are contracts like that. I've seen them. I received one myself personally, and if it wasn't for the fact that it got wet one day, I'd have put it on my screen and showed it to you. But yes, there are people out there that will give you a contract like that. If you're dumb enough to sign it, they're dumb enough to give it to you. They're cruel enough to give it to you. Now, the cold part about it is, once you receive it and sign it, you can't go back to the court and say he ripped me off. Right now, if I ask Randall, Sue Ann, or Bobby, or Vicky, reach in your phone, reach in your pocket and give me your phone, and you give it to me. You can't call the police and say I stole anything from you, because everybody will be a witness that you gave it to me. Therefore, once you give it to me, it's mine. I asked you for it, you gave it to me. There's no robbery committed. When there's no robbery committed, there is nothing to talk about. It's the same thing when it comes to the music industry. I asked you for your name and likeness. You gave it to me. I asked you for your for all your royalties. You asked me for the right to use this name and likeness in perpetuity, which means forever. You gave it to me. So when a judge sees that, basically, he's not going to change it, because once you accept it, when you sign your name on that contract, you just accepted all the terms of that contract. So these are some of the things that we're trying to avoid right now. And stick around, because we're definitely going to give you drop some game on you that you can utilize as you pursue your career in the music industry.